everybody, Scott Morris here with Coldwell Banker, and I am happy to introduce Lisa Saavedra from American Financial Network. Did I say that right?
American Financial Network.
I did say it right, good. Now, what do you do in the world of American Financial Network?
American Financial Network is your one-stop shop for all things home loans. So we help you get pre-approved, we help you see what you can afford, we help to get the pre-approval letter to, obviously, your realtor right here, who is going to be able to put in an offer for you, and that way the listing agent is going to know that you are completely pre-approved, that your financing is going to go through, and that we'll be able to close the loan for you.
Right, so I've worked with Lisa Saavedra in the past and in the currents, and one of the things that we do as realtors is when we formulate an offer, the most important thing to do is make sure that the seller who is selling that house knows that the buyer is serious, right? And in order to do that, we need a letter from Lisa saying, hey, this gal is good to go, and we're able to pay for what we say we could pay for, right? I guess it's everybody that wants to put an offer in, you would say, is who you help, right?
True. Yes.
Yeah. What are some of your challenges that set you apart from the rest? Like, there's a bunch of lenders out there. I know what it is, but I want you to say it.
So what I think sets me apart from other lenders is I'm always available. You can always get me on the phone. You can always get me via text. I don't work banker hours. I'm not a normal banker. You can ask me any question. I can help you through any challenge. If you're a little bit credit challenged or you don't necessarily have the funds that you think you need to have, I can work around any obstacle to make home ownership a reality for you.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out the fact that everybody doesn't have the greatest credit. You're one of the only lenders I've ever met that actually, in fact, I've had other lenders ask for your credit repair guy and things like that. Mm-hmm. So you're one of the only lenders I know that actually takes the time to work with people on the front end to try to get them the best rate and the best situation. It's not about buying a house right now. It's about buying the house the right way. And I think partnering with a powerful lender is probably the best way to do that. But tell me, how did you, just out of curiosity, so how did you get into lending?
So I got into lending when I bought my first home.
Okay.
And when I bought my first home, I was very, very green. I didn't know anything about the process. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, down payments, any of these kind of things. I had no idea what went into closing costs. Yeah. I just thought it was, you paid what you paid down and that was it. So all of these different things that I was paying for out of pocket, I didn't understand actually what I was looking at. So that was stressful. Making it through that and then deciding to sell my first home after 2 years, I saw that the money that I made, and I found that real estate was the quickest way for me to actually increase my own, portfolio as far as my investments, without actually having to do much, because I'm living in the house. It's something that I use every single day, and I'm making money off of it. I'm going to pay to live.
A great
regardless.
investment. Yeah.
So I might as well make money off of what I'm doing.
That's pretty awesome.
So helping other people do the same thing.
Obviously. And literally I have texted you at 9:30 at night, 10 at night, and we were dealing with people in other time zones too. Mm-hmm. And it was like, hey, so-and-so just reached out and asked for this. Are we good with that? And sure enough, you have been like, yeah, no problem. And
Yep.
And I've always led with I'm sorry, it's 10:30 at night, but
we're always working.
But yeah, exactly. So what do you like to do in Palm Harbor?
I love Palm Harbor. So I bought my first house in Palm Harbor. So yeah. I'm a little partial. I love this area. My first home was in Highland Lakes over here, Woodland Hills, I guess you call it.
Oh yeah.
So that was my first home. I love it. I love the community. That's one of the things I miss. I live in a neighboring town, but one of the things I miss the most is the sense of community in Palm Harbor. We had the best neighbors who are still some of our very, very closest friends.
That's awesome.
They come over all the time. My husband is a district fire chief here locally in Pinellas County. So we have friends in all different areas, but one thing that we like to do is we like downtown Palm Harbor. The social aspect of it and the up and coming part of Palm Harbor.
I love it.
So Salty Lime is a great new restaurant. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Is that what you do? When you're Palm Harbor, we're hitting up Salty Lime.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. It's a great venue too.
Yeah.
I love the patio out front.
You can get me anywhere there's queso. So I'm there for the queso.
Especially they do it right.
Yes.
They do it right.
Yes.
And it's funny because all the downtown Palm Harbor, has shifted because I grew up in Crystal Beach.
Dramatically
So
shifted.
yeah, I moved to Crystal Beach when I was a sophomore in high school, so 94. I'm a tarpon boy by trade,
Yep.
right? But I moved to Crystal Beach in 94, and I saw downtown Palm Harbor just blow up into the hippest place that you could go hang out with the festivals and the bands and
Yep.
everything like that. It was awesome. But yeah, I have to say, Salty Lime's a great new addition.
Tarpon has a good place in my heart, though, because my husband and I had our first date in Tarpon Springs.
Oh, did you?
Yes. So our first date was at Captain Jack's.
Of course it was. But
Yeah. So
of course it was. And did you guys drink a lot on that date?
We did. Yeah.
Did you get married the same night?
Not that night,
Oh,
but
okay,
very
I was
soon
just
after.
Well, all right, everybody. So, so for new people that are like looking for a home, and by the way, I know that at this point of the recording that home, like rates are going up, and people are looking at that and they're getting nervous. But can we admit, 5.5 or whatever it ends up being, like that's still a good rate, right?
The way that I look at it is you got to take a look at what you're paying for other things. So you look at your credit cards. If your credit card's at 19% interest and your car payment is at 14%, what's really 5% on something that is giving you a better return in value than your credit cards and your car? Your car is going to be a depreciating asset, or your home is never going to be that.
Right.
So your home, no matter what the interest rate is, it's going to be something that you're going to use every day and you're going to make money on it. There's not anybody that I know in the last 5 years that has bought a home that regrets it.
Even
Or
at
that doesn't make
7.5%, or in the 80s, it was
Yep.
by God 14%. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yep, it's still a better investment than any other thing that you're buying.
Yeah,
And those
excellent.
things are depreciating, whereas your home is appreciating in value.
Awesome. So tell the nice people if they're like looking for a home loan, like why should they call you? I don't understand. Like, you seem to be an expert. I don't know why they wouldn't call you.
Yes.
Because
I will be an advocate for you. So it is my job to make sure that you close on the home that you want, that you get the very best interest rate, that you get the very best possible service, that I'm going to do everything possible to make what your personal financial goals are obtainable. And I think Scott and I work really well together to be able to understand what somebody is looking for and to make that actually achievable and a success.
All right. Well, look, you heard it here first. And what about new people that come to you and say, "Hey, I'm inquiring. I'm just hunting." You got some kind of sweet deal to grease their hands?
Yes. If you see this video and you're going to use Scott and myself, then I will give an appraisal credit. So we'll credit back any cost of appraisal.
That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And appraisal's a lot of money.
Appraisals are not cheap.
That's right. That's very cool. Well, thank you, Lisa. Do you have anything else to add? I don't know if there's anything I
No.
missed. I'm not
No,
perfect.
I think so. Welcome to Pinellas County.
All right, everybody, have a good one, and we'll see you at the next Scott Spots.
Bye.